So, this is not really what I thought I would be covering for the third video of today, but we're going over onto sportbladet.com. Actually, no, that's not the URL, it's aftonbladet.se. Okay, it's a Swedish website, they do stuff about hockey, etc. It's in Swedish, so I translated it from Swedish into English. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go ahead and read this article, but according to sources here on one of the major Swedish hockey journalistic platforms, it appears that this player right here, Pontus Andreasson, has been signed by the Red Wings. Unfortunately, there is a video that is linked that cannot be played. They can only play the content in Sweden. I'm not in Sweden, I'm in Canada, so it's not available to be played. But take a look at this. This article is going over Andreasson as well as Filip Roos. They've both come directly from the Allsvenskan, and they have been successful in the SHL, so they're two rookie players pretty much. Now, Sportbladet can reveal that both Filip Roos, 23, and Pontus Andreasson, 23, are ready for the NHL. They're playing in the playoffs right now, but if you take a look at where these players have decided to go, negotiations have been going on for some time, and Andreasson is going to go to the Red Wings, Roos is going over to the Blackhawks, two original clubs in the NHL, yada yada yada, original six, etc. And so, if we go over onto North American media, take a look at this Ice Hockey GIFs on Twitter. According to Sportbladet, the Red Wings have signed Pontus Andreasson out of Luleå, a 23-year-old undrafted forward who is second in SHL rookie scoring this season, and who currently has 5 points in 3 playoff games. Now, 5 points in 3 games, that's not accurate anymore, because as the Elite Prospects page will show you, he actually scored 2 goals in the recent game for Luleå today, and they were pretty good goals too. On the rush, one of them was a breakaway 5-hole, the other one was a nice little dangle in tight as well. But if you take a look at the rest of his profile, 38 points, 52 games played as a first-time SHL player. He was in the Allsvenskan the rest of his career, as well as lower levels of Swedish hockey, so seeing him make the jump to the SHL and being as successful as he was is definitely a nice sign to see, as well as the over point per game marker in the postseason. As the article said, he's 23 years old, 5'10", 183. He primarily plays on the right wing, I believe, even though on Elite Prospects it says that he's a center winger that can play all 4 positions, as well as being a left-handed shot. Take a look at this. Prashantier as well on Twitter had a bigger analytical look on Pontus Andreasson and his overall profile. Can you see that properly? Okay, no, I think it's a bit better if it's like this in the middle there. And then we also had ourselves this McKeen's scouting report. Let's see if we can shape the screen a little bit better so that it works out more. Here we go. So, from McKeen's, the 5'10", 183-pound winger has been one of the biggest surprises in the SHL this year, and he's been doing most of his damage over the second half of the year, with numbers that are outstanding for any first-year SHLer, including a plus 19 rating, an outstanding 8 goals and 14 points have come over his past 10 games. 4, 1, and 5 of those have come in his first 2 playoff games, add the extra 2 goals he scored today. A crafty and mobile player with a keen sense of generating offense, Andreasson has displayed an above-average one-timer from the right faceoff circle, which gets regular use on the power play. Making his feet stick out all that much more is that he was brought into the league by Luleå with a bit of an asterisk, as every year a number of teams hope to find gold with younger players coming out of the Swedish Allsvenskan. Indeed, Andreasson first really turned heads last season with Björklöven, which bowed out to Timrå in the Allsvenskan finals when he put up 14, 28, and 42 points in 68 goals. Nice, but hardly indicative of the torrid pace he'd deliver this season with one of the SHL's best teams. He's at a good age for NHL teams to see the promise and bring him into the fold with a 2-year ELC. And so with the way all the contracts and stuff are going on in the NHL, I would not be surprised if this guy was not going to play with the Red Wings now. Because if they signed him today and they brought him over from Europe into North America, I believe he would have to go through waivers and every team in the NHL would have a chance to claim him for free, similar to the Harry Sateri thing that happened with Toronto. So if they're going to sign him, it's likely going to be for next season and beyond, a 2-year ELC from 2022-2023 up until 2023-2024. That seems like the more likely approach in my mind. and seeing what he'll be able to do when he's 24 years old in the Red Wings system full-time, it does sound like a pretty interesting plan. Of course, it's a free agent from Europe. You're not really going to expect this guy to be Artemi Panarin because only Artemi Panarin is Artemi Panarin. It's rare that any of these guys become absolute superstars, but just seeing the track record, just seeing the growth and development in Sweden is definitely a nice sign for anybody looking to project this guy into the future. So let me know in the comments your thoughts about Pontus Andreasson, a Swedish forward out of the SHL, a rookie, one of the top rookies in the league, who has signed on with the Red Wings, or who has reportedly signed on with the Red Wings, according to a Swedish sports journalistic website. I hope you enjoyed this Swedish Roll 9, and bye.